The men of our family are out building a sweat lodge today to get ready for the solstice, which is Tuesday the 21st. But it'll be started on Monday night as the sun goes down, with the setting sun. Because overnight, Monday to Tuesday, early in the morning hours of Tuesday, there will be a full lunar eclipse. The last time that has happened at the same time as the solstice was in 1514. That was the first. That was the year the first basilica was built in the New World, over in the Dominican Republic. And it also was the year that Hernando de Soto came to the New World. So a lot of stuff going on with the Spanish and the New World in that year, 496 years ago. Have you ever seen a lunar eclipse?
Nope.
Well, we're going to watch it this time, since we're going to be out there anyway. And it's going to turn blood red. Makes it a very, very important celebration for women this time, because women are associated with the moon. Since we're having this lunar eclipse and we've been talking about the moon, we've talked about some different subjects like sin. I was asking my kids, what is sin? It may be better to ask who is sin, because sin started out as a name, not a verb. The people of ancient Mesopotamia in the district of Sumer knew Sin as their moon god. So you know the lunar cycle is 28 days because that's how long it takes the moon to travel around the earth. And that's the exact same amount of time it takes the menstrual cycle to move through a woman's body. The earth is a woman and the moon is her period. But ladies were ruled by Sin, the moon god. That cycle controls when conception can take place, so everyone is born under the influence of sin. No human can escape its influence. Well, that doesn't make it a bad thing. I mean, you've heard that all the planets have names. They've never talked about the moon being named Sin that I can remember, you know, just generally speaking. But Mercury, Venus, even Gaia, or Sophia, which is the earth, people are aware of that name and use it regularly. Mars, Ceres, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, Pluto, all of them are gods, but they're all also planets. And even our sun is named after the god Sol. Maybe it's our closeness to the moon that makes us not use its proper name. Or maybe it's not encouraged, so the relation to women and the fact that that's all that sin is forgotten. So they can keep that control. You know, it all ties in with snakes, because snakes have the ability to shed their skin, and when they're finished, their skin is so complete, that leftover, that someone can easily mistake their skin that's left behind as a dead snake, just by itself. And the real snake is beautiful and glossy once they're all renewed with that new skin after the old one is off. So throughout ancient times, since people from all over the world knew that about the snake was a universal symbol of rebirth and renewal. And they saw that the earth reflected in the snake because she had that same ability to renew herself. So it's no surprise that the serpent shared knowledge with the woman, since she also has this ability to renew. Every month her womb renews its lining to be able to accept and sustain a new growing life within her. Menstruation is just a part of this process, not a curse like we've been told. I used to see illustrations of what I thought were men being devoured by giant snakes. You know, you could find that drawing in more than one ancient civilization. But what it's actually showing is man's emergence from the snake, from the earth, or even through the process of birth through the woman. In those first chapters of the Bible, the woman was dishonored and her wonderful gift was twisted into a curse. And that was only the beginning. Her life-giving blood was given to a man in the Bible. Blood from life became blood from death, because a man must sacrifice his own life to redeem humans from some imagined corruption. Menstruation is a process of purification. So I guess what I'm saying is that the power of a woman has been hijacked. You know, in Native American society, the men dance, the men sweat regularly because they don't have the power that women have, and women are given naturally. Their power of renewal and life-giving power is just awesome, and they're respected for that. So when I say things were matrilineal in the native way, it doesn't mean that women ruled men. It means that they were important. They were special. Not like in society now, where it's their fault that sin entered the world, and it's them that need to be held back and controlled and ruled over by men. The way things are now is unnatural. Women have been held back from voting longer. Women have been kept from the lead in most orders, not just workplaces. I mean, if you're a Jehovah's Witness, you know that if you're going to pray and there is a male present, now he may not be baptized or anything, but because he's a male, the woman has to wear a head covering. If you're a Muslim, you have to wear a head covering in public all the time. Now, this is not what was intended by our Creator. So, hopefully you are able to be there, witness the lunar eclipse, and acknowledge solstice.